free?
Yeah, I'm just trying to stick to.
What's no sugar? I'm just saying if you need a sweet fix.
I understand. So is Diet A&W, and I'm trying to stay away from anything but tea, coffee, and water.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you, if you want it, it's no sugar and calorie free. If you want it. Ooh, I'm so nipply.
You always are.
I don't know why I'm so nipply. When I was little, they told me, my doctor told my mother I had inverted nipples.
Ew.
And now they won't stay in.
Hello, Tiffany.
Hello. Oh, I left my laptop. Dang it.
Hello, Sam. Sam, I am. Hello, ALP_179, otherwise known as ACNC12, otherwise known as Adrienne. Hello, Rosa. Army 63B, Jakob. Albert. Hello, Christy Kincaid Norris. Hey, Linda. Kara. Jennifer. Hello, Hector. My man. Edison Al. Everybody filing in, taking their seats, being very polite as they enter the auditorium. No running, no jumping.
Have you decided you're going to do that or tease it for next time?
Do what?
That.
Yeah, I was going to.
Okay, let's make sure.
Because we're going to talk about that bit on the social media.
And McKelly's calling me.
Oh. Hello, Brooksio. Stronger and wiser. Molly. Angie.
What is it, honey?
Hello, Tracy. Shelly. Sonny.
Are you calling me?
Hello,
do you
Kitten
need?
Tracks.
Yeah, honey, but I'm about to
John,
record the
my
podcast
man.
right now. Can I do it after that?
Hello, Leah.
Okay.
Sheila Redmond.
Just leave it wet, okay?
Hub City. Hello, Dana.
All right, love you. Bye-bye.
Anna Lou. Molly. I think I said Molly. Hey, Karen. It's our homegirl, Karen, who has seen Oat. She has seen the smokers. She has toured the restaurant. We had a good time that day.
Oh, that was almost really bad. Oh,
what else can you dump in my office?
That was about to fall on all this electronic equipment.
Amen.
That would have been worse than replacing the carpet.
Amen.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord.
That wouldn't have been good.
That would not have been good. All right. We dicked around enough now. When he breaks out his hand tooting
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's time to get started. I need to take a shower and do my hair, and now I've got to do McKelly's hair.
All right, guys. Well, hold on. What do we got? We got, well, I mean, I've got the cleanse, the thing on the fashion faux pas, and you got that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Plenty of relevant content. Hello, Megan. Tiffany Tippin. Yeah, Christy, we want some oaked also. Because I've bloated myself and all the leftover. Oh, we still have some leftover pork butt, don't we? I can eat that. That's approved.
Alan's very chatty tonight. I don't know if y'all noticed.
Well, isn't that what you do on a podcast? You chat?
Very chatty.
I'll chat. I'll chat more.
Are we testing?
You haven't seen Chatty.
Oh, I'm seeing it now.
I've been on Chatty Daddies. Oh, we gotta talk about the drag show.
Babe, you got to make some decisions.
I'll make some decisions.
Like not 30 seconds before
That's what I do.
Hit record.
That's what I do as the skipper of this ship. Hold, please. Entertain our audience, if you would.
All right. We're going to talk a little bit about Alan's first drag show. We're going to talk a little bit, last podcast I teased that I was going to give you some Christmas gift ideas, which Alan thinks is ridiculous. I don't know why I'm talking to the mic. We're not recording
I don't think it's ridiculous.
Alan, you made a face and you're like,
I mean, it's October 12th.
I said, tomorrow is freaking Amazon Prime Day.
Whoa.
And Target is responding with their own big sales. And then Walmart is coming out with theirs, I believe on Wednesday or Thursday. I don't remember, but everybody's going into.
Why don't we start the podcast and talk about this?
I am. I'm telling them. You told me to kill time. do. He tells me to kill time, and I'm killing time. And then he tells me to save it.
Okay, give me a little sound check.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 2 2 2 2.
Layla can swallow. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Layla can swallow. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Layla can swallow. Must be related to Consuelo, maybe.
I wouldn't know. Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I can already tell you this is going to be a good one. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans. This is my very chatty husband, Alan Evans.
Hey, train in the house.
I don't know what has gotten into him, but he is exceptionally chatty tonight.
Well, hey, unlike maybe you, I don't know.
Unlike me, what?
I don't know about you. Unlike you, I am excited to talk to the listener.
I'm always excited, but you're just exceptionally chatty.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's because this is day one of living clean.
Is that it? Alan's.
And I'm like,
y'all should have heard him. One day of eating basically clean. He's like, man, I don't feel right. My body is just, I'm like, it's one day. You don't feel, you don't have that strong of a reaction until like day 2 or 3, right?
Oh, really?
He's not even fully through the day. He's like, man, my system. Like, whatever, Alan.
No, my system was jacked. And that's why, we'll get into this, but that's why I'm doing a cleanse.
Yeah.
And it all started, I was talking to Kelly about this today. It all started, Kelly and I went on a date night this last weekend. I ordered an entree, okay, which consisted of steak and French fries.
Yes. Yes, you did.
That wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't enough. Not only did I finish my steak and French fries, I asked, hey, can I get another order of French fries?
He did. He absolutely did. He ordered 2 orders of French fries. And when he did that, I said, and I'll take another martini.
Those were the best damn French fries I've ever had.
Really?
And then after that, I wasn't satisfied.
No, you wanted to stop for ice cream, and I detoured you from that.
No, you didn't. I got ice cream.
Oh, that's right. I detoured me from that.
You didn't.
That's right. Man, I completely blocked that out. I was full. I was like, my martini was my dessert.
So after being in glycemic shock for the next 24 hours, I thought, I got to make some life changes here. I got to get back on track.
And lucky for me, when Alan decides to do that, that means he takes over all the cooking. So yay me.
Chef Alonzo's back in the house.
Yeah, but I did promise him as a result, because he's cutting oil out of his diet, that I would try to figure out how to use the air fryer. That is on my list of things to do this week, is to break out the instruction book for the air fryer.
I'm expecting big things from this air fryer.
Yeah.
It's
supposed to be really good.
Hey, I'll invite you to jump onto my broad, brawny shoulders, and I'll carry you across the goal line every night by making dinner.
I'm thrilled. Alan made swordfish tonight with a mixed vegetable. Our neighbor Stacy, she has an abundant garden. She absolutely, she must have way too many peppers, because she was sharing them all with us.
Those were great peppers.
Jalapenos and were they banana peppers? Would you say?
I think they were banana peppers.
Yeah,
they were long,
young and yellowy greenish.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alan did a mushroom, pepper, jalapeno, onion saute with the swordfish, which you seasoned with I don't know what, but it was so good.
Wonderful goodness.
And I was like, I can eat this every night. And it's only, as Alan has told me before, food is always better when somebody else cooks it. I don't know what it is.
It's the truth.
It's something about when somebody else cooks it, it tastes better.
It's the truth.
Why is that?
I don't know, but I can throw together a ham and cheese with mayo sandwich. It doesn't taste as good unless if Kelly puts it together, it always tastes better.
Nobody makes a sandwich like Connie Raspberry, though. She does a great job.
I don't know that Mrs. Raspberry's ever made me a sandwich.
White bread, mayonnaise. It has to be Duke's mayonnaise, salt and pepper. And then she puts, whatever sandwich meat on it with thick slice of tomato, the salt and pepper go on that, and then lettuce. And it's just so good.
Tomato too, right?
Sandwich. Yeah, I said tomato.
No.
You're not listening to me. But I've also found, I told Alan the other day, I love avocados so much when I go to restaurants. I always order, and Alan too, like add avocado. We love avocado. But you bring avocado home and it's just not the same. I cut it. What are they doing different than what I'm doing? I'm doing the exact same thing they're doing in the restaurant. But something about eating an avocado in a restaurant is different than slicing and eating it at home. I don't know why.
Well, Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Have you noticed that too?
No, I haven't noticed that. That's why I was a little
That's me.
confused. An avocado is an avocado.
No, it's different when it's at a restaurant. I'm
You know-
telling you the truth.
You know, the avocados I like are those ones at Snappy Salads.
Yeah,
Hashtag not
the grilled one.
Oh,
That salad is so
man.
good.
Oh.
All right. Well, listen. I'm going to tell you something really quick. Don't be reading all my stuff. This is a surprise. I haven't told Alan this.
Oh, okay.
My friend, I haven't talked to in forever today. We had I texted him. I was like,
Huge.
hey, I miss you so much. And
Huge.
he wrote me back, who is this? And at first I thought he was joking, but he wasn't joking. He's like, I don't know who this is. I was like, it's Kelly. It was some sort of weird thing where I was texting him, but it was going to his email and showing up as I don't know. It was just a mess. Then he's like, listen to what happened. You know, Hollywood is slowly getting back into gear. And my friend, I know friends who know people. I mean, I'm like 6 degrees of separation to some really cool people.
Dime.
So I am, because I know people who know people. And that's what, you want to know people who know people. You want to know people who have a truck. That's Alan.
This guy.
You want to know people who have a pool. That's us now.
These people.
People who have a boat. We don't have a boat.
We don't have a boat.
You want to know people who have stuff and know people. You want to know people who know rich people. Sometimes you get invited to the party.
You want to know people that have a boat.
So anyway, they are friends with the head of the Maui Film Commission. That's as in Maui, Hawaii.
Did you tell him I'm an actor?
I did not, but listen to this.
Oh.
Okay. Because, they have film commissions everywhere. Every state has one, I think. Most of them do. Anyway, he texted me after we got it straight that he knew who was talking to me. He said, our friend made us an offer to be extras in an HBO film that starts shooting next week.
Get out of here.
They're creating a bubble protocol by taking over the Four Seasons Resort. COVID protected. He said he can't go because he's got to work, but his husband, Mark, is leaving. He said he's playing an upscale tourist. He's an extra playing an upscale tourist at this resort. They just need people who can hunker down on this resort.
And walk with purpose?
Well, and just be there because you can't leave. The production is taking over the entire resort. And sometimes as an extra, you can go for one day and you can go back home. You've got to hunker down. So he's going to be shut in his Four Seasons suite for 4 days where he has to be tested each day. Then after that, he can leave the room, but he has to stay on the property. But he cannot leave the resort grounds for the duration of the shoot for 2 months. So that's what you
Poor
have
guy
to,
stuck at Four Seasons for 2 months.
right. You're stuck on the Four Seasons.
So how does this
property.
affect us?
I'm just telling you how cool it is. I didn't tell you about my friend.
Oh.
But while he's on the property, shut in, he gets 5-star food. He stays at a 5-star resort. He's getting paid $10,000 for a Hawaiian vacation.
Well,
Is that the best?
Well, okay. Yeah, I'm a little let down.
Why?
Well, good for him.
Why are you let down?
Well,
That's
I thought we
cool.
were going to be extras or something.
No, can you
Again, with them.
You
What's
wanna
in it
take
for
off?
me? What's in it for me?
I'll see if they need another extra, and then you'll be gone for 2 months.
Show him my extensive actor resume. I'm a serious actor,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, our movie's on Amazon now.
The University of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Reading that coaster, please.
Yeah, it's on Amazon, for real.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not trying to hijack your story.
Do you have to be
but
Amazon
it is.
Prime?
Or
just regular Amazon?
Yeah, I think you do have to be Amazon Prime.
Well, go look up University of Las Colinas. It's really not that bad.
If you want to watch a really dumb movie.
It's a very low budget. Alan didn't get paid a dime.
Big fat guy Alan. I was 30 pounds heavier.
I'll see if I can get you on this movie, get you out of here for 2 months if you want.
I'll go hang out at Four Seasons for 2 months.
I'll do the podcast by myself.
You can do that.
I'll get my friends over.
Whatever.
We'll make martinis.
Won't be as fun.
Stacy will bring vegetables.
Won't be as fun without me.
We'll see about
Hey,
that.
come on. Say it wouldn't be as fun.
It won't be as fun.
Oh,
without
okay.
you.
But what are we talking about? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about the cleanse. We're going to talk about a social media bit that I'm doing about men's fashion faux pas.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about shopping.
Yeah, I promised last week I'd give some gift ideas.
Gift
And
ideas.
When I told Alan I had a list of 20, he said, I'm not sitting through a list of 20 anything. So I'm breaking it up into two podcasts. So I'll do 10 gift ideas
People
tonight.
love this.
And then for the next podcast, we'll do the other 10.
And then
there's even more.
Sorry.
I mean, these are just 20 ideas, and there's so many more, but it might spur you thinking,
And then we might put the cherry on top by reviewing my first drag show.
Yeah.
I was invited to a drag show, which it was for a friend. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
He didn't know it was a drag show till we were about to walk out the door.
Yeah, I really did.
But you would have not gone.
No, I would have not gone.
It was an odd situation, which we will get to in a little bit. It was during the day, like kind of during lunch in a restaurant.
Really bright inside.
Yeah, it's the only time I've ever been to a drag show like that. I've been to many in my lifetime, a few drag bingos, which are always fun. So we'll get to that too.
Yes.
A lot to get to, but first.
It wasn't quite as lewd as I thought it would be.
Well, it was daytime.
Yeah.
All right. So, the holidays, as Alan does not want to accept, are sneaking up on us. And more people are going to be mailing stuff this year than ever before. And that means the post office is going to be super busy, but you don't have time for that.
Don't have time.
Stamps.com brings the post office. And now UPS shipping right to your computer. You can mail and ship anything from the convenience of your home or office. Just a few little clicks on your keyboard, done. With Stamps.com, anything you can do at the post office, you can do at home. And it saves you money with deep discounts you cannot negotiate for yourself. Stamps.com can get you, how about this, 5 cents off every first class stamp, up to 40% off priority mail, up to 62% off UPS shipping rates without those residential surcharges. Whether you're just mailing out some flyers promoting your business or some invoices, maybe you have a kick butt holiday season. You got bundles and big, huge packages to ship off. You can do it with Stamps.com. You just get it all ready whenever you want, because you never close. You work when you have to. You can get it ready to order a pickup from the mail carrier, or you can drop it off. It really is simple. It's a no-brainer to save you time and money. It's no wonder over 900,000 small businesses already use Stamp.com. And I don't know why you're not already.
I don't know why either. So don't spend a minute of your holiday season at the post office this year. You don't have to. Sign up for Stamps.com instead. There's no risk. And with our promo code SANDWICH, you'll get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in SANDWICH. That's Stamps.com. Enter SANDWICH. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
Unless you really want to. I kind of like going to the post office every once in a while.
I mean, yeah.
I like it.
Well,
I don't know why. It's an errand that I don't mind. But at the holidays, it does get a little busy.
It does. It does. A lot of people at the post office. All right, babe. What do you want to do first? You want to talk about this cleanse? You want to talk about your shopping?
Well, why don't we talk about the cleanse first? Because I think that has a lot to do with why you're so chatty.
Okay. So were we talking about this on the podcast or before the podcast about how I ate an order of French fries?
You told it on the podcast.
I told it on the podcast.
See how chatty he is? He can't even remember.
Yeah.
He can't even remember when he said what.
So I had a couple of fat man moments. And then after I ate 4 Kind bars at about 1 a.m. the other night, I thought, there's something not quite.
You ate 4 Kind bars?
Yes. And then I had uncontrollable flatulence the next day.
Because they have sugar alcohol in them.
Yeah. And I thought, what
are you doing?
I was farting my brains out.
Let me tell you, Alan sits up. I go to bed now, and I'm just like, this is not good for our marriage. I've told him this. I was like, I'd like you to go to bed with me. He's like, but I want to watch the news. I got to get to bed. So I'll go to bed, and I'll be like, see you at 2 a.m. when you come stumbling in. I didn't know you were sitting up eating bars and chips and junk.
I was up eating my feelings. So
what are your feelings?
Well, no, I'm just joking. I did eat 4 Kind bars though, and I stand by that comment.
They're
I had
so good though.
Uncontrollable flatulence the next day. And as I'm sitting there, unable to control myself, I thought to myself, you got to get back on the right way here. We're going to start at square one. We're going to start back, eating healthy. So I posted on my Instagram stories today. I just came up with a cleanse that I'm going to do for 10 days. And I invited a bunch of my friends on Instagram to do it with me. And a lot of them are going to do it.
Yeah, people are looking for an excuse, right?
It's just 10 days.
And a partner.
You can just do anything. You can do anything in 10 days. But if you do it with me, I put it out there on social media, so I'm holding myself accountable. I started today. I weighed today. That wasn't good. It's not about weight, though. For me, it's more about, not having uncontrollable flatulence.
Thank you.
Just feeling better. Just feeling better. Yeah. But if I drop a few pounds, hey, that's awesome, because I'm going to be shirtless in Mexico
6 weeks from today.
In November.
Yeah, 6 weeks from today.
Yeah, in November.
For Thanksgiving.
So basically, just real quick, the cleanse I'm doing is no alcohol, no sugar, no oil, no carbs, no dairy, and no soft drinks. And you're probably like, well, dude, what can I eat? There are thousands of meals you can make.
You got to think about what you can eat.
Oh, yes.
Not what you cannot.
Lean meats. So I'm going to be eating, steaks, chicken, pork, fish, any green vegetable you want, pretty much. I'm staying away from starchy vegetables like corn.
And peas.
And
sugar bombs.
Lima beans and things like that.
I love lima beans. 4-hook lima beans. I can eat them. I put them in a bowl and just eat them with my fingers. I love them so much. Eat them like grapes.
But I said no sugar. People are asking, well, what about fruit? No, fruit's good. Natural sugar's okay, but you don't want to overdo it on the fruit.
Yeah, my doctor told me one time, once you hit 40, you can't eat carbs and expect to lose weight. He said, I'm not saying you can't have a piece of birthday cake, but he also said, about fruit. A lot of people have different opinions on that. He said, nobody ever got fat eating too much fruit.
Yeah, good call.
That's what he said.
Now, they did get fat by eating 2 orders of French fries, and then follow that up with Dairy Queen.
Is potato a fruit?
No, potato is not a fruit. But anyway, that's basically what I'm doing. As I said on my social media, I'm not a doctor. If you have a health issue or a special diet or something like that, or an underlying condition, talk to your doctor first.
Don't be suing Alan.
Yeah, don't be suing me, because I'm just telling you this is what I'm doing. If you want to join me, great, but talk to your doctor first.
I'm excited because he's cooking for me again.
But the goal is, after 10 days,
yes,
hopefully drop a few pounds. That'd be great if I did.
And by then, probably your taste for some of the things.
Just get out of this craving I have for carbs and sugar, which I have an addiction to those anyway. Well, which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
A lot of people do. So that's what I'm doing. Go check it out. It's
so
on.
Tonight he's chatty, but by about, let's see, two or 3 days in, he's going to have a really bad headache. Probably.
No, I'm not. I'll be fine.
No, you have the sugar withdrawals.
And you have
a headache.
You have to drink a lot of water if you're going to do this. Like my goal is 3 quarts a day.
Why 3 quarts?
Well, because I use these smart water bottles. Well, no, it's a quart. 1 quart.
I thought it's also a liter.
Well, it's also a quart.
Oh, how about that?
It's 1 quart, 1.8 ounces. So I'm not on the metric system. I'm from Texas, USA. Is that the Dewey Decimal System? What is that?
I just know that's a liter.
No. Yeah, it's a quart. So I drink three of these a day. That's my goal. And then 10,000 steps a day is my goal. And then some basic stretching. I'm not doing a bunch of balls to the wall, exercise or anything like that. It's just
very uncomfortable to put your balls to the wall and try to exercise, I've found.
Absolutely. Some more than others. But that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, I'm going to benefit from that.
You are.
I'm not giving up Diet Pepsi.
You're going to be like
and I'm probably not going to give up a martini.
I'm like the great white shark, and you're like the remora.
I'm going to take advantage of eating all the food you make, because you're such a good cook. You're so much better than I am at that.
Thank you.
And that's not just me sucking up. That's the truth. All right. So Alan, in addition to cleansing himself, before that, he got we went to our friend Kenzie's birthday party and just shoved, chips and guacamole in her face and drank margaritas. And Alan got to see his first drag show.
I did.
Now, I've been to many, many drag shows when I was younger. When I first moved to Dallas, man, me and gay people, we had a ball. And I would go to gay bingo and all the fun stuff in the Rose Room in Dallas. Anyway, Alan had never been to a drag show, and Kenzie wanted to do that. But this is at a restaurant. It's like a Mexican food restaurant. And everybody's sitting there eating. And then suddenly in the middle of the restaurant, there just happens to be a drag show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really different because the wait staff's, coming around, they're serving food, and the dancers are having to dance around them. But were you impressed by some of those moves, those drag queens? They were doing splits and high kicks, and it was just incredible.
They were jumping in the air
in the
and then
limited
landing
amount
in
of
a
space.
split.
Yes, in the very limited amount of space they had. It was incredible.
I mean, when they did that, I could feel my own groin pulling,
right?
tearing.
And Alan's not used to tipping. I gave him some ones, and you wouldn't do it. But that was just, it was your first time. So I did all the tipping and stuff.
That's my bit in a strip club too.
But it was, what did you think? I mean, it was really incredible.
Well, I mean, it was very entertaining. There was a lot of over exaggerated type moves.
Yeah. Because they're doing a show.
Yeah, right.
It was
right. It was very, very. There was a lot of energy. That's the right word.
Over the top.
Over the top energy.
At 12:30 on a Sunday afternoon.
Right.
In a bright restaurant.
Right. You don't call them costumes.
Yeah.
They're costumes. Okay.
Oh, and you know what? Part-time Justin said, if I ever need an outfit, he's like really in with them, and they can come up with something fabulous for me to wear.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm excited.
The costumes were interesting. A lot of color. Another thing I noticed, the host, I forgot her name, the host, kind of the MC, there was a lot of
innuendo.
Sexual innuendo. Yes.
A lot of that, yeah.
Oh.
And they sass each other, they pick at each other. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
But yeah, and their makeup is just so incredible. I was done up by a drag queen once in drag makeup.
Really?
It takes hours to get it just right. And I don't have like stubble and stuff, that a lot of them have to cover up. And my friend didn't realize they were wearing, this one particular dancer was wearing a prosthetic chest. They look so real the way they blend the makeup and all that, and went to go stuff the money in the cleavage, and it was like, oh, that's not real, but it looked real, didn't it?
That looked pretty real. Yeah,
looked really real.
Yeah,
so.
and I will say there was a lot of ass. Now I don't know if that was real ass, but there was a lot of ass.
I think because in what I have seen, men naturally
have no ass.
Well, no.
Oh.
Without much effort, have a firmer butt
than
most
ass?
women. We have a lot of cushion. It's just, that's part of our genetics. We have a lot more natural fat that are our hips and our bottoms, and and men just naturally have that
bottom.
Naturally, typically have a firmer butt. So I think they show off their assets.
But was it real?
Well, some of them were padding.
Okay.
To give themselves more. The ones that have like the high cut where you can see cheek, that's
kind of what I thought.
Okay, yeah, but they do the padding around the hips and stuff.
I mean, not that I was looking. Now here's the deal.
You can't help but look.
Now here's the deal, that if how should I say this? If you are a drag queen, if you are thinking about becoming a drag queen, if you do a midday show, you got to pick an upbeat song.
Right.
Because one thing I noticed when somebody picked a slow song,
less tips.
The less tips and the entire energy of the room in the middle of the day on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like,
yeah, in the daytime,
it just brought the energy.
You got to keep it up. And I've been to nighttime shows where, you have when you go to a club, they'll have the favorites that are there every week, and then the newcomers. And so the divas can get out there and they can do a Whitney Houston moment.
Give me some.
Whatever.
Give me some.
No.
I want to dance with somebody.
No, I'm saying a ballad. A Whitney Houston ballad moment where you
and
bring the house down, and they would get a lot of tips. But in the middle of the day, you're right. That was very observant of you.
Thank you.
But I was there was one, I can't remember the names right now, but there was one that I just loved.
Oh, with the pink hair?
The pink hair. And she was just my favorite. And I wanted so badly for her to connect with me like I was her favorite too. I wanted that to happen, and it did not happen.
Not me.
It did not happen. I left feeling a little empty, because back in the day when I would go to the clubs at night, Kelly Raspberry came, it was like a lot of fun.
Dime.
But now it's not like that anymore. I come up there. I thought we were going to be outside. So I had my hair done up in a top knot. I'm wearing a big flowy dress so I could have some ventilation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just there thinking I'm going to be sweating on an upstairs patio, and it didn't work out that way.
You were very
I don't think
Wilma!
I don't think I was giving out the come hither vibe to the.
And I tell you what, I wasn't either because I was avoiding all eye contact,
Really?
brother. Oh,
Why?
no. Because I just wanted to wallflower at this one.
So how did you feel though overall? I think you need to go back for.
How did I feel overall? It was
fine. It was fine. I think you need to go back for that intimate club scene when they can do it again, when you're sitting on top of each other, basically, and it's just a tight squeeze.
I'm not a drag queen connoisseur,
There's a smell of the drag. It's like
Bath and Body Works.
Well, you smell they do, but there's you can smell the makeup. You can smell it. There's a certain smell when you go to drag shows because they use a lot of makeup. I just love it. So anyway,
I was afraid if I gave them any of them the AE smolder that they would be over there bumping and grinding and just making a big scene. And then I can see, 15 cell phones pointed at me. And then somehow Amelia Evans sees one of them, or Paul Evans sees one of these, or Jerry Raspberry sees one of these.
The things you send your parents in the group text to the family group text.
What? Like what?
Do you want me to go there?
Why does my voice do that? Like what?
Your parents have seen you in every way more embarrassing situations than a drag queen rubbing your shoulder.
Oh, when my nude ass was breaching in Mexico?
Oh my gosh. Yes. And you send them toilet pics all the time.
No, listener, I'm being misrepresented.
No,
That's not true. What Kelly just said. I don't send my mom and dad toilet pics.
What are the pictures of then?
They're of the dogs.
And what are you doing at the time you take a picture of the dogs?
I'm doing paperwork.
From where?
My throne.
Which happens to be located in the bathroom.
Whatever. It's of the dogs. It's not of me. It's of the dogs.
Okay.
And maybe my knee.
And he's worried that his dad's going to see him with a drag queen.
He wouldn't care. He really wouldn't care. I mean, my mom would. My mom definitely wouldn't.
They're used to you by now.
What does that mean?
Well, they've seen way worse from you.
I don't understand what that means.
Well,
I'm being misrepresented.
I don't understand why you're so freaked out that somebody's going to take your picture.
I wasn't. It was fine. Really, it was fun.
It was really fine.
It was fine.
We highly recommend it.
If I didn't do a bit, it wouldn't be me.
Well, speaking of bits, you started a new bit.
Oh, I was at Starbucks the other day. And there was a dude there, and he had on, those shoes where your toes go into each toe?
Yeah, they're feet shoes.
Finger shoes or feet shoes, whatever they're called.
It's supposed to be more not like a natural barefoot. So it's supposed to help you when you run or something. I don't know. I think they're the ugliest thing ever.
Well, I hadn't seen one of these in 10 years.
Right. I thought they kind of went away.
Yeah. So on the down low, I snapped a picture and I posted it to my Instagram story and did a poll. My Instagram's at @thealonzo1971 if you want to check out all this buffoonery. But I posted it there and I did a poll and I said, is this acceptable footwear for men? Not like 98% of the people who responded said absolutely not.
And the 2% probably have a pair of them.
Right. Or answered wrong. I had people that said, no, I meant to say no, but I clicked yes. So I posted this on my highlights and said, we're going to start doing a bit here called Guy No-Nos. These are things you should not do. I'm just going to see what I see when I'm out, snap a picture on the down low.
He's very good at that.
I got to be on the down low. And you can't identify who it is in the pictures. And then I'm going to poll my friends and see what they say and keep a list of the things that are unacceptable. Another one was a guy, he was wearing high-tech sandals with jeans. Right. You saw the same guy.
Yes. And he was a very handsome man. He really was a handsome man, but he's wearing jeans.
And not just...
And mandals.
But not like nice mandals. They were, like I said, they were like high-tech, almost like sandals you'd wear at a spa, but they were silver. They just didn't go with jeans. So I posted that one.
For him.
I posted that one. 95% said bad look. And then the last one, you and I saw this. You and I saw this going to.
This was, and I tried to make eye contact with the gentleman briefly to let him know you are disgusting.
This guy, as we roll into Starbucks, he was sitting at the table outside.
At the table right next to the entrance.
Next to the door.
You cannot avoid him.
Hiked up. He had one bare foot on the ground. Hiked up on the table doing full man spread.
Everything.
He had a bare foot up on the table.
On the table.
A dirty, cracked heel, yellow toenail, barefoot.
Right by the door.
Right by the door.
Not facing away from the door. His foot, when you went to open the door, was right there. And I'm like, seriously? This is a bit. This guy is obviously.
I thought he was doing a bit.
This has got to be some hidden camera moment. This is not really happening. So Alan and I go inside. We get our drinks. Alan insists that I grabbed his, but I was proven correctly. I grabbed my own. And we come back out, and he's still sitting up there with his man spread and his bare foot. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean, there might have been a hairy ball hanging out. Seriously.
It was so unbelievable. And like, I don't know. I get it. We're all just, whatever. We're not supposed to judge anything anymore. I'm sorry. We need to start judging certain things.
They were dirty. Like,
we need to judge. I judge that.
It's like he had corn nuts super glued to his toenails.
Alan, I didn't study his feet as closely as Alan.
Well, go look at the picture. So anyway, I posted that one. I got a picture on the down low. Posted that one.
We should have put his face with that one.
No, overwhelming 98% said not okay.
It wasn't 100%.
2% were okay with it. Just like, hey, did you know that toilet paper only has 98% market penetration? Who are the 2% that aren't buying toilet paper? Exactly.
Using rags.
Exactly.
Please.
So,
anyway, so y'all can follow along with that fun.
So this led me.
You're going to save them, right? You're not doing it.
No, they're on my highlights.
They're on the highlights.
They're called guy no-nos.
They're not 24 hours and gone.
Or dude no-nos.
Saving them.
Yeah, so then that kind of led me to some other things that I'm going to look for, and I'm just going to go through these real quick because I know Kelly has a thing she wants to go through. These are unforgivable men's fashion faux pas. You tell me if you think these are faux pas. Okay. A lot of these.
You're guilty?
Guilty. The first one is the interesting shirt. I like to call it the blouse, the man blouse.
Well.
Like the Big Al Mac shirt. The real colorful, lots of
the Robert
Graham shirt. Yeah, the interesting shirt.
Some of them are better than others. You've worn some that I think tip over to a little too much.
I don't do that much anymore.
Not so much anymore. When we first were dating, you were doing.
I was a lot more colorful.
But you know what? I was like, really over the top shirt, really nice guy.
Really nice guy.
Yeah,
really nice guy.
Listen, when we first started dating.
Really nice guy.
Yeah, you were a really nice guy.
Really nice guy. Dating. Yeah.
And then I got to know better.
Babe. Okay. The second one is the shark tooth necklace.
Don't you own one of those?
I do not. I do not own.
Why do I feel like you own one? Or that you did?
I did. Dylan has one.
Yeah, I guess it's okay when you're a kid.
Cool in 1991. Not cool now. Don't wear the shark.
Like the puka shells. Like when you're like in junior high.
Right. Remember when Abercrombie was huge and the guys would wear the shirts that look like baby shirts? They're like up to almost their freaking shoulders.
So cute.
Real tight with the puka shell necklace.
Yeah.
And they were real tan.
Cute boys.
3, an ill-fitting suit. Now.
Right.
I have my own clothing brand, but for some reason, my suit does not fit.
Yeah, he doesn't.
The president's suit doesn't fit.
And his ties are never right.
His ties are too long. Yeah, this is bit. But
I think a well-tailored suit. I love a man in a skinny suit if he's got the right physique for it. But just a tailored suit is so nice. I went out with a man one time, and we were going to New Year's Eve, and he wore a suit, and I was like, "Wow, have you lost a lot of weight?" He said, "No." Because his suit was hanging on him. And I thought maybe he lost a lot of weight and didn't have a time to go alter it. But no, you gotta get your alterations make all the difference.
Gotta get your suit tailored, guys. This one may cause some controversy. Another men's fashion faux pas, according to this list, the goatee. Now, you either go clean shaven or you go with something, but don't go with the thin AJ from the Backstreet Boys goatee.
The precision goatee.
The precision line Spock goatee.
Yeah, I'd rather have a little bit less definitive. I like it a little bit more.
Guilty in the day.
Well, I'm sure.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
That was early 2000s. Yeah.
Guilty.
That was early 2000s, though.
The next one, Crocs.
Well, I don't mind wearing them when I'm working in the yard because you just slip into them, water, dirt and mud. You can just rinse them off. But I don't have real Crocs for that. I have the mock Crocs.
I have Croc flip-flops.
Yeah, you bought me some Croc flip-flops.
But they're not the ones that enclose your feet.
No, you bought me the flip-flops for my birthday, I think.
Right. Okay, another one. Guys that wear leggings without shorts.
Without shorts.
Without shorts. So they're going to work out in their leggings without shorts. Who wants to see a dude jogging around with his meat and his nuts there for the world to see? Nobody wants to see that. On women, it's okay.
Well, you're speaking for yourself.
In my opinion.
There might be a lot of people who want to see that.
You want to see that thing flopping around?
I personally do not.
Okay.
But I don't get the leggings with shorts thing anyway that men are, and our boys do that.
Our boys do that.
But I don't understand it.
Corona.
Sorry, it's the night air. I don't understand why they're doing that. They want to wear shorts, but they want their legs to be warm. I don't understand that. And I know it's a look. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I think they look cute in it, but they're also 8 and 12,
Okay, here's another one that I lost in college, the grandpa wallet.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to carry a grandpa wallet.
You need a money clip.
You need either a money clip or put your cards in your phone case or get you a front pocket wallet. Don't be sitting on a grandpa wallet. It hurts your back. It looks bad. It looks like you have a turd in your shorts. I mean, don't carry a grandpa wallet.
Okay, well, there goes your Christmas present.
In my opinion.
Mark that off the list.
Okay, this one hit me hard when I saw this. Heavy print t-shirts. Ed Hardy is dead, babe. Long live the king. Sorry, I mean douchebag. I collect Ed Hardy t-shirts.
Alan does collect Ed Hardy. And I guess, I don't even think about it anymore. We were eating the other day and the waiter, he was like you could tell he was like an old soul, old California.
He was from California.
Dude.
He was
an older guy.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I love your
He's
shirt.
Man, I
I'm
like that shirt, man.
This guy looked like he just got off a Grateful Dead tour.
Yeah.
But, those shirts were all the rage for a while.
But I never had them then.
Yeah, you didn't have them then. And then they got real burnt out. And then they became kind of dorky.
Right.
And now my husband's embraced them. But it doesn't bother me.
No one ever wears them anymore. So
You're the only one.
I'm the only one.
But it doesn't bother me. He goes on eBay and you track them down and you get the real ones.
Yeah.
And
they're made in the USA.
Hey, there you go.
Made in the USA. Yeah, t-shirts with prints. I think they went out of style 5 years ago. But yeah, whatever.
Everything old is new again.
That's right. Another one on the list, finger shoes. We've talked about that. The high-tech sandal. We have talked about that. It's a bad choice. Ladies, because I know most of our listeners are ladies, but we have men that listen too. Does your man tuck his t-shirt into his jeans? If he does,
that's wrong.
He shouldn't be doing that.
What we're supposed to do, I think it's called the French tuck now, where you just it's like you pull up your pants and you accidentally left like a corner of your shirt tucked in the front.
Wow.
It's a look. That's the way I wear all mine now.
I'm either tucked or untucked.
Yeah, you just kind of tuck into the front. I think it's called a French tuck.
But I don't tuck a t-shirt.
Well, you could.
No. When are you going to tuck a t-shirt?
Like I said, it's like a front tuck. It just gives you some definition to your waist, ladies. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay. The deep V.
How about a regular V? How about just a regular V?
Have you noticed I never wear a V?
You never wear a V.
Yeah. No, I'm talking the Simon
deep,
Cowell going down past your
breastbone,
past your heavage.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, the deep V.
It looks like the shirt stretched out of shape.
Right, and you better bring your pec game if you wear the deep V. I don't have any deep Vs. Now here's one I do have, and I've probably worn this one time: the leather blazer.
I have seen you wear a leather blazer. Why is that bad?
I don't know. It's just kind of a.
I think
it's kind of a creepy look, kind of a hitman look.
So that's
maybe?
Not the same as a leather jacket.
No. A leather blazer. A leather blazer.
I ain't that mad at it.
You're not that mad at it?
It depends on who's wearing it and how you style it.
Okay. This one may cause some controversy. Earrings. It's not the 80s anymore. In the 80s, it was okay. Do we need to be wearing earrings as men?
Well, who are you to say when you're covered in tattoos that a man can't wear earrings?
That's
the thing.
I'm not judging or saying a man can't wear earrings. I'm just saying it's on the list of fashion faux pas.
I think it depends. If you're dating a guy who's an artist, he's in the business, he's, you kind of don't even blink when you see someone like Machine Gun Kelly wearing earrings or something. You don't even think about it. Now, my accountant, do I want to walk into his office and see he has all these earrings in his cartilage? Not necessarily, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a mainstream look like it was in the 80s. It was a lot of the guys. I knew guys in high school that had earrings. It was no big deal. They got earrings.
Wham. It was the wham effect.
Well, Michael Jordan was really the pusher of that.
No, it was George Michael.
No, it was Michael.
It was wham.
I'm saying Michael Jordan. Square-toed shoes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Now, here's what I've learned.
They make your feet just look like big fat blocks.
But you know what's in style are square-toed boots.
Well, it has
Western boots.
I know, but it has to be like a narrower.
I like the narrow
square.
But the ones that are in style. Go talk to any of the guys at the boot stores. The big fat ass square-toed boots.
That's for cowboys.
Well, cowboy boot has a pointy toe. You got to get your feet in the stirrups.
I'm talking about real cowboys.
I'm talking about real cowboys. A real cowboy boot has a pointy toe.
That's more for dress.
Okay, we can debate this point, but the reason cowboy boots were originally pointed is so the cowboy could get his foot in the stirrup
and stomp roaches in the corner.
Well, okay, he can do that too. Spit his chaw on scorpions. UGG boots or any footwear that has sheepskin lining.
Oh, really?
Guilty. I have a pair of slippers.
Well, that's bedroom slippers. That's different. They're talking about as outerwear when you leave the house.
So that's not a fashion faux pas?
Not if you're wearing them at home.
Okay. And then the last one is the rented tux. Nothing fits worse, is more uncomfortable, or made of more man-made materials than the rented tux.
Well,
I mean, dude, you can buy a tux
for as much as you can rent one.
Nordstrom Rack now for $150.
Yeah, but back in the day, it wasn't the case.
Right. But we go to enough stuff where I bought my own.
Now
tux.
You do.
Yeah.
I mean, but the typical person doesn't go to as many.
Well, if you bought a tux and you went to, I don't know, a New Year's party a year, and then maybe went to another event a year, that's twice a year.
I don't think the average person goes to as many fancy things.
Dime.
Well, it's just the nature of our business.
Dime.
It's not a dime. Why is it a dime when it's fat? I don't get that.
Whoa.
Well, it's true. Like my dad.
What do you mean?
My dad used to, when we were growing up, he wore a suit to church every Sunday. And he had a wardrobe of suits. I mean, dozens of suits. And now the way church has gotten lately, you don't really wear suits to church anymore. And that took him a long time to adjust to that. But now it's like you only need a suit for a man is if you're going to a wedding or a funeral.
I think the way to go is the black suit.
Yeah, it's easy. You can dress it up.
Yeah, because with the black suit, you go to a black tie event, you wear a freaking black tie and a white shirt, and it's a tux, basically, right?
Yeah.
And you have to go to a funeral, you wear your black suit. I mean, you get a black suit, you're fine.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
That's a good opinion to have.
I'm not an expert because this is a dude.
As you sit there in your Ed Hardy t-shirt.
I'm sitting here in my Ed Hardy t-shirt with my Croc sandals on right now. So, I mean, look at me.
And your shorts that are showing just a little too much thigh.
They are showing a lot of man thigh, but not as much man thigh as that.
That's just for my benefit.
Not as much man thigh as that a-hole at Starbucks. I mean, that guy.
Y'all, I'm sorry. I don't think it's my place to say something. It's just, if he literally had something hanging out of his shorts.
His scrotum was hanging out of his shorts.
I didn't look. I didn't see that necessarily because I wasn't looking beyond his nasty foot right by the door. If there was a child there or something and you could see his penis, I would have to say something. Otherwise, I don't know. I think a manager should come out and say, "Sir, I'm really sorry, but you're making our customers uncomfortable." It was just so gross. I mean, you see so many things. You're like, this cannot be real.
That's why I'm starting this bit. Guys, I can't remember.
It's one thing to have bad fashion sense. It's another thing to be nasty.
I can't remember if it's called
Right?
Guys Don't Do It or Dudes Don't Do It. Anyway, it's on my Instagram highlights right now. You can see that picture of him doing man spread. I don't think his nuts are in the picture, but
so bad.
Very awkward.
All right.
Very disturbing.
We're going to cleanse our palates.
I was disturbed. It's called Guy No-Nos. It's on my highlight reels. Yeah.
So what a masculine title. Guy No-Nos.
Well, what should I call it?
It's fine. No, you need to pick something that nobody's ever used.
I have limited characters.
Guy No-Nos is great. Oh, okay. Guy No-Nos.
Well, I'll name it whatever.
No, Guy No-Nos is cute.
I don't care.
Trademark it. You better trademark it.
It's just the name of my highlight, babe. I can change that name.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a hashtag.
So if somebody has a better suggestion, let them know.
Okay.
We're going to cleanse our palate, and I'm going to give you all the great Christmas gift ideas. Not all of them. I kind of Googled it like everybody else. What are the hot gift ideas? There's usually a hot toy of the year and all that. But, coronavirus has thrown everything for a loop. But I found a list of a ton of gift ideas for the holidays. And honestly, it was way too many. There was like 50 or something. And I narrowed it down to 20. And Alan said, okay, you can divide that into 2 podcasts. So I'm going to give you 10 this podcast of gift ideas. And I'll give you 10 the next podcast.
There you go.
Okay. But before we do that, this is a really great idea. If you've got, this is not on the list, but it should be. This is on my list and Alan's list, frame bridge.
Frame bridge.
Because there's certain times when you just want to make a picture extra special, not just something that you're just going to put in a magnet on the refrigerator. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a picture like from our wedding, from, your baby's first photos. I love those little, I'm a sucker for them all day. When they take those little 3 or 4 year old babies and they ball them up in little things and you want to get, they put them in those fun little,
with the little headband
nests and stuff. Yeah. You want to have those things framed professionally, right? But if you checked out how much it costs to frame things at the frame store, it's ridiculous. That's where FrameBridge comes in, because this is beautiful quality frames for a fraction of the price. They start at just $39. All shipping is free. They have so many frames and styles you can choose from. But if you, like me, I was having something framed for my niece for her wedding, and I needed somebody just kind of validate that I was making the right choice. They have free experts there that will help you pick the right frames. They'll give you several. They'll even show you what your item looks like and the different frame styles. So you can say, oh, that's what it looks like. Okay, that's what I want. You could upload. Sometimes Alan takes the most beautiful pictures with his iPhone. You could upload those straight to the FrameBridge website and have those framed in these beautiful. You don't have to go to the store and pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for this fancy artwork. You've got some of that sitting right there on your phone. You just send it to FrameBridge and they can frame it for you. Also, if you have a special item you'd like maybe your father has a baseball that he caught when he was a kid and it's just been sitting in a box somewhere. FrameBridge will take those special items and put them in special cases. They'll send you all the packaging for it. It's really a great item to give as a gift. It's to do for yourself as well. We were always blown away about how beautiful the presentation was.
The packaging when it came to the house was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. They write a little note commenting on the items you framed.
Very personalized.
Ready to hang. You don't have to do any hardware. We can't recommend FrameBridge more highly than we already have.
So get started today. Frame your photos or send someone the perfect gift by going to framebridge.com and use our promo code SANDWICH to save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. That's framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH.
Get on it. And it's really quick turnaround on that. I was very impressed.
Love
good customer service. All right. So there are a million. You can Google Christmas gifts for 2020. I'm not, this isn't a special trick that I have, but I found this website, which really had some really great gift ideas. So I'm going to share this list I found, just some items from it. Like I said, it was way more than 20.
People
I've
love
narrowed
lists.
it down. I love lists and mechanical pencils. All right. So this is from a website called Spy, and they have all price points. Some of them are I'm like, whoa, that's a little pricey, but some of them are pretty reasonable, but they can also trigger ideas for you just because they say like a Fitbit watch. Alan got, because our kids wanted a tracking watch, and you got them what? It was like $20-something dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, so they have all different
Really
price
inexpensive,
points,
but
but
really, but really nice.
it gives you some ideas. So I'm just going to go through the first 10. The first, they say, is the Apple Watch SE.
Oh.
It's about $300. Now, this is if you're getting that one special wow gift, but it's more affordable than the Apple Watch Series 6. It has a larger Retina OLED, or is it OLED?
OLED.
OLED. I don't even know what that means. Display. It makes it easy to take calls and answer texts on the go. It's swim proof. It's got the heart rate and blood pressure monitoring, GPS tracking, advanced fitness tracking features. You love an Apple Watch.
Yeah, I do.
You finally got one.
Is the 6 out?
This is the Apple Watch SE.
I know.
And they say it's more
the 6.
affordable than the Apple Watch Series 6. That's what the website
I wonder if the
says.
Series 6 is out. I have the Series 5, and I really like it.
Okay. Well, the SE is only $300, which I guess as far as Apple Watches go is pretty reasonable. Now, books are always a gift. I like giving the gift of books. I request books every year as gifts because I just, I don't know. It just seems like a more personal thing. And these are 3 that Spy recommended.
Okay.
Modern Comfort Food by the Barefoot Contessa herself, Ina Garten. You can find that anywhere, you go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble. You can find it as low as, I found it for $23 all the way up to $35. They had a stack of them at Costco yesterday when I was there. So check it out. She's got 85 new recipes. Also, I think Alan read this book that is recommended on this site. Everything is Blanked, A Book of Hope.
It's right there on my bookshelf.
It's
the
a book
same
about
author
hope.
as, well, you have it. Same author as The Subtle Art of Not Giving a...
Yeah, not giving a F word.
Blank.
So this is Everything is F Word, a book about hope. It's only $15. You can find it more or less. But it says the message is pretty simple. Don't hope for better, just be better. This is the follow-up to The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Blank, which Alan read last year, I believe.
Those are self-help books that aren't boring to read. They're really funny and really,
in your face.
Yeah, and really interesting to read.
And then the third book suggestion was one called Strange Planet. It's less than $10. That's like if you have to give maybe just, you're going to a party and the price limit's $10. You always go to the white elephant party and the gift limit's $10. It's based on this really popular Instagram account, Strange Planet, which I'm not familiar with, but it's got 4.8 million followers.
Wow.
And apparently it's just really witty.
It's almost as many as you
have.
have.
There you go. Number 3 on the list, which I was now this is the nicer one that I have. I bought this for myself, the Amazon Echo Dot with the clock, because
which one do you have?
I got just the Amazon Echo with a clock, but this is like the more advanced one. This is the 4th generation one.
You think it's always listening to us?
Probably. I'm probably being spied on. But
so when we're in there having relations, they can hear it?
Alan. No, because we ain't that loud. Anyway. Why do we need sound effects? My clock that I bought, the light was so bright, it was making me have a headache and I couldn't go to sleep. The light was and it even had a dimmer switch on it and it still was too bright.
Oh, that son of a gun.
It was awful.
Oh, it's like shining a flashlight in your face.
And I even went and bought another clock and it was worse. I was like, what is happening? So the Echo Dot, I knew it was very subtle. It's very subtle. I can roll over it. I can see the time, but it doesn't light up the whole room. And I like it because when I do play with it, it does a lot of fun things. You can tell it to play music and stuff. It's great. You just connect it to your Apple Music, right? But anyway, Echo Dot with the clock, get the one with the clock. It's the 4th generation. You can pre-order it now. It's available November 5th and it's $60.
Okay. That's
Next,
not a bad price point.
A sponsor of our podcast happened to make this list. What a coincidence. It's they say a percussion massage gun, which Alan asked me, hey, I want you to use our Theragun.
Theragun?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We recommend Theragun.
Yes.
They have them starting at $199, and this is the original.
Worth every penny.
So good. So good. They start at $199. You can get like a little travel one and then go all the way up.
If you have knots in your neck or in your back, they will remove those knots.
Now, this was pretty interesting. This is a $30 gift. It's like for your brother. You got to give him something, a little nice. But this is really cool. Alan, I think you would like this too.
Okay.
It's the Fellow Carter Everywhere Mug.
Fellow?
I guess that's the name. It's the Fellow Carter Everywhere Mug. It's an insulated coffee mug. And one of the Spy editors said he filled his mug with hot coffee at 8 a.m. It was still hot at 8 p.m.
Wait a minute. It's the Fellow mug?
It's called the Fellow Carter Everywhere mug.
The Fellow Carter Everywhere mug. Oh, I got confused. I thought you were talking about poetry for a minute. I took poetry in college. I needed help. I needed a lot of help straightening out my Longfellow.
I knew you were going somewhere.
That's a stretch.
It took a while to get there.
Yeah, it's a stretch. It's a stretch.
All right. So there's that.
The Carter Fellow.
Fellow Carter.
Fellow Carter. Okay.
Why are you having a
I
problem with
can't.
that?
I've never heard those two words used in that order.
I don't know either.
The Fellow
Maybe
Carter.
I mistyped it.
The Fellow Carter. Okay.
Next, the UGG slippers. Now, I gave these
Oh.
to, I love UGG slippers.
I love
Al
UGG
gave me
slippers.
my first pair,
My
Big
man.
Al,
My
and I
man.
loved them. And then I gave a pair to my sister-in-law last year because what you can do is you can go to Nordstrom Rack. I get all my shoes from Nordstrom Rack, and you get them cheaper there.
Yeah.
And they're the same thing. They're the Uggs. I don't know why they're cheaper, but UGG also has the Koolaburra line, which is even a little less expensive than the UGG, and they have the slippers there. The Koolaburra line starts at about $60 as opposed to the regular Uggs, which would be about $100. Okay. But the Nordstrom Rack, they can go anywhere from like 60 up to 150. But they say UGG slippers are a great gift idea. Another former podcast sponsor, they haven't been with us in a minute, but we still love them. Brewmate. They recommended their Winsulator wine canteen. It's $35. It stores a full bottle of wine and keeps it cool up to 24 hours. So it's really especially great during the summer. If you like to take like a lot of women, men too, I guess, like to take a bottle of wine by the pool. You don't want a glass bottle because it'll shatter and then you've got an issue. So you want this insulator, but it also keeps your wine cool.
They work well.
They really do a great
used those
job. We
before.
love them. Now, that was $35. Okay, stick with the drinking. They recommended a set of whiskey glasses.
You're always drinking.
We love to drink.
Why?
Because we just love it.
Well, you can't have any fun. We're not
We
drinking,
have
can
a
you?
lot of fun.
Well, it's the only way you can have it is to drink.
Anyway, you can get a couple of whiskey glasses, every price point. The ones they listed were $15. You could leave it at that, or you could add a really nice bottle of bourbon to go with it.
Always a great gift.
They recommended the Bullet Bourbon Whiskey Blender Select, $60.
Wow.
So I mean
nice.
that's a nice one. There are different price points for that too. But you give the bourbon glasses if you just need to give a little something, $15. Maybe the office gift. Or if it's for the boss, you give him the glasses and the bourbon. Right?
Hey, I know this is your bit. Can I interject
Please
one thing
do.
about bourbon? One of the best bourbons I've tried, and if you don't want to step up for $60 for the Bullet Bourbon Whiskey Blender Select, Jim Beam Black is a great bourbon for like $18.
There you go.
I can drink that all day, every day when I'm not doing a cleanse. But
it's a nice
really great tasting. It's even won awards. But if you don't want to spend a ton, that's a good one too.
Now let me tell you this is not the one I'm going to tell you about, but my mother a few years ago, once your parents get older, it's like they always tell you, I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. My mother's always looking for two things. It's the perfect lipstick shade that goes with everything. That's been her mission as long as I've known her. And perfumes. She loves, one of her favorites is J-Lo Glow. It smells really good on her. Everybody has different body chemistry.
Your mom likes the J-Lo.
She likes it a lot.
Right.
I love J-Lo, But anyway, at Sephora, they had a set, and maybe a lot of you listen like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a perfume sampler. They're little sample sizes of perfumes, and you give the set, I don't remember how many's in there, 8 or 10, I'm guessing. But with the sample, after whoever you give it to tries all the samples, that gift certificate gets them a full-size bottle of which one was their favorite scent.
Oh,
isn't that a great idea?
That's a good idea.
So you get I forget how many it is. You can go to Sephora.com if you want that one. It's not. I'm just telling you, it's one of my mom told me it's one of her favorite things I've ever given her. And it was just all these perfume samples plus the gift certificate to go back and redeem it for a full size of okay, I don't need to explain that again.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so this one,
knowing what you're growing.
The one that Spy recommends is Michelle Pfeiffer's fragrance company,
What?
A, I did not know Michelle Pfeiffer had a fragrance company.
B, I didn't know
B,
Michelle Pfeiffer was still alive.
That's not nice. That's rude. She's not old.
Well, no, she's not old, but I haven't seen her in
Because
20
she's
years.
making perfume, and I love her. I love Michelle
I haven't
Pfeiffer.
seen her in 20 years.
I met her once, and I was speechless. I have loved her since Grease 2. She is wonderful.
Better as Catwoman.
I love her.
Better as Catwoman. Never seen Grease, all of it.
Grease 2.
Never seen Grease 2, all of it.
You need to see Grease 2. She's a cool rider.
Oh, no.
Cool rider.
No.
COOL
Please stop.
RIDER. She wasn't a cool rider. He was. Anyway, her Henry Rose Eau de Perfume Discovery Set.
Mm-hmm.
Much like Sephora when they did the samples, it's a unisex fragrance brand.
Unisex fragrance.
And the Discovery Set lets you sample all 7 of her genderless scents in 1.5 milliliter little spritzers. So that's a sample. You don't get the gift, unlike Sephora, you don't get to redeem a coupon for the full size, but at least you get to sample all 7 and find out which one you love. And then to get a full bottle of her Queens and Monsters, for instance, that's one of the names, Queens and Monsters. It's 50 milliliters and costs $120. But it was the winner in Allure Magazine's Best of Beauty for 2020.
Genderless scents.
Yes.
So you and I could theoretically wear the same scent.
Calvin Klein did that years ago. Calvin Klein won, remember? I'm just saying it's not a new idea.
Right.
It's just not done a lot.
I don't really imagine you and I smelling the same.
Well, it doesn't have to be a floral. There's musky scents and more citrusy
I don't imagine
scents.
you smelling musky.
Jovan Musk, Sex Appeal, Jovan, that was very musky. That was good. Anyway, and the 10th one for now, and I'll give you another 10 next week. Hopefully I'm sparking some ideas because it's time to get started, people. Mm-hmm. Christmas shopping.
It's a good list, but
Nintendo Switch Lite. Now, this is $199.
Whoa.
But it's smaller and cheaper than the Switch. And unless you play a number of Switch titles on the go, along with hundreds of digital games in the Nintendo eShop, it offers up to 30% more battery life than its predecessor and reintroduces the popular D-pad, I don't know what that means, to execute precise moves when playing 2D and classic NES games.
Sounds like something the boys would like.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the first 10 of the list I found on spy.com.
That's a good list,
all
man.
the credit, but I will give you another 10, and they have even more. If you cannot wait until the next podcast to hear the next 10, you go ahead and look those up. I won't be mad at you. But the rest of you say, Kelly, I don't feel like Googling anything else. I'm going to wait till next podcast. I'll have the next 10 for you next time.
I think they'd rather have you take them through it.
I'm happy to do it.
I would.
Happy to do it.
I liked your presentation. It was quick and to the point.
Mm-hmm.
You hit the major points.
Thanks, babe. So anyway, we've got that to get to next week. Also, I just letting you know, honey, I sent out to all, we have a little cul-de-sac group, text message group, the cul-de-sac crew. And I said,
it must just be the ladies.
It's just the ladies.
I didn't see that.
The men are on one. This is just for the ladies. Don't pick at that. It's going to scab. It's going to scar. Alan's got a scab he keeps picking at. I said, what are we doing about Halloween? What are we doing about trick or treat? And we decided we're going to go for it. We're going to keep it as safe as we can. We don't want to offend anyone, but we're doing like we did last year. We set up the big, long, we did this anyway. Last year, we kind of sort of halfway did the social distancing thing. So people don't have to come to each of our doors. We set up all these big 6-foot tables. And instead of having the kids, like last year, reach into the bucket to get candy, we're going to have it all prepackaged, laying out on the table. We'll just tell each of the kids, take one, and we'll be standing back. We're going to have hand sanitizer out for all the little goblins, and we're going to sit around and drink stuff out of our brewmates.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That sounds good.
That's what we're doing in our cul-de-sac. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but that's our plan.
I'll probably be taking Dilly, I know, wants to still trick or treat.
Well, I look at our neighborhood, and a lot of people are going all out with the Halloween
decorations. Man, they are going all out. I put some stuff out today.
We finally did. We went to Target and wiped out one of the aisles, and that's great.
It's spooky out there now.
Some parts are spooky.
Kelly doesn't like these
The plastic
these
ghosts
little
are
plastic
stupid.
ghosts that I got.
They're stupid.
They're not stupid.
Okay,
they're cute.
They're
It's not very nice.
well, they're just
They're
not.
cute.
They're whimsical, I
They're
guess. So he's got all these hanging skeletons that with the glowing eyes, and their jaws move, and then these little plastic ghosts, like, ooh, they just don't fit.
They are fine. The kids will like them.
Okay. Well, we have that. So a lot of people, but then I hear some people I'm on the Nextdoor app. I try to get Alan involved in the Nextdoor app. He just will not do it. There's so much good stuff on there right now. But somebody asked about, hey, what's everybody doing in the neighborhood? And some people are like, we're not trick-or-treating. We're doing an in-the-house candy hunt, sort of like Easter egg hunt, but with candy around the house. The kids are excited. That's what we're doing. Other people are like, screw it. We're going to do trick-or-treat. I don't know. We fall somewhere in the middle of it. We're still going to be safety conscious.
Yeah. I think you should be still.
The big drama in our neighborhood app right now. Let me just tell you real quickly, and then we're going to go. Somebody, people have been stealing people's political signs. Okay, Trump signs are being stolen. Biden signs are being stolen. So this man has a big privacy fence around his backyard, and he had a huge Biden-Harris banner.
I have better signs.
And these two teenage boys decided they wanted it. I don't know if they wanted to keep it or if they were just like, boo, Biden, tear it down. I don't know. But the man had security cameras. And apparently one of the kids looked up at it and was like, that doesn't look like a real camera. Well, it was. It has got his face, and the boys are shirtless. What is up with all these boys wanting to be shirtless? They're shirtless. And one boy's looking right at the camera. The other one, you kind of get a side view as he's taking off his shirt. Well, this man was so mad that he sat up to, this is on the Nextdoor app. I'm just repeating what I read, no names. But he was so mad, he went and sat up to 3:00 in the morning making another 10-foot banner with these boys' faces on it. And it said, reward being offered, turn them in. I only want to talk to these boys' parents. I'm sure these parents are very proud of their thieving sons. I just want to talk to these parents. So he's got the banner up on his fence. And okay, this guy also has a Ring camera. And like the next day after he hung this banner, this other teenage boy came up with his hat on backwards. And he came up to the door, rang the doorbell. This is on the Ring camera. He posted this on the Nextdoor app. And the boy says, hey, sir, I'm sorry to bother you. I noticed that banner you have out there. I know those guys. I don't know what happened. I don't want to get involved in that part. But I just want to let you know that it's not legal to have minors' pictures up on the banner like that. And he's like, the man said, well, who told you that? He's like, no, the homeowner said, well, the police department said I could. And the teenage boy said, well, not the law firm of Smith and Wesson.
Oh, wow. Smith and Wesson. Wow.
Smith and Jones.
The law firm of Smith and Wesson.
I just made that up. Not the law firm of so-and-so in downtown Dallas.
Condos and condos?
I don't know who it was. He said, they said you can't do it. And the guy's like, well, the Plano police says I can. So he's like, all right, dude, well, I'm just letting you know, with his backward baseball cap. And he leaves. So he posts that video. I haven't checked yet tonight to see if anybody's turned them in yet. But the guy says, I just want to talk to the parents. I'm not going to file charges, but I want them to work off because those banners are expensive. He said that's like $300. So anyway, I don't know what's happening with that. I don't know. I think a good dose of embarrassment is healthy sometimes. But somebody was pointing out these kids might be looked at as heroes by their friends. But how would you feel about it if our kids did a prank like that and somebody blasted their poster or on the side of a building or something?
I'd probably make them go over there and apologize.
I would. I'd be horrified if that was my kid. But,
So they're in a proverbial pissing match right now.
Oh, yeah. This homeowner is so mad.
Wow.
So anyway, there's a lot of that going on in our neighborhood. And Alan still won't join. I don't know. I just sit there and read it to him every night. So I guess you don't have to.
I don't have to because you'll tell me about it. That's for sure.
Y'all, I'm not getting paid by Nextdoor app, but if they want to make me their national spokesperson, I am happy to do it.
I don't need the app. I mean, if something happens in the neighborhood, Kelly is running to tell me.
I couldn't wait the other day. I had a restaurant recommendation. I was so excited. I've never done that.
And Kelly told a white lie in that.
Oh, Alan's so mad.
I'm the one that turned Kelly onto this restaurant. And she puts in there, me and my husband are trying this place for the first time.
Well, it was me, my first time. And Alan said,
I've already been here.
I've been here once. I was like, Alan, it's just for the good of the
Mhm.
review.
Mhm.
He's all getting all technical. He's not even on
Mhm.
Nextdoor app.
Mhm.
But I was still like, I've never been here before. And we've driven by this place a million times. So
Chez
good.
Sue Kitchen in Plano.
So fun.
That place is good.
Anyway.
All right, babe. Well, that was good. Anything else?
No, I think I'm done.
Yeah, I'd be tired if I were you.
That was a long story.
That was a
it
lot.
was exciting, wasn't
That
it?
was great. It's not the first time I've heard it, but yeah, it's
the first time our podcast family.
It's the first time our podcast family's heard it. Yeah. Yeah. That was good, babe. Okay. Nothing else?
No, I'm saving it for the next podcast.
Well, can you imagine if you had 10 more of those to go through?
Well, if it wasn't for all your stuff, I could have gotten all 20.
We'd be sitting here another 30 minutes.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you too.
I love your recommendations desperately. Those were good.
Thank you.
Those
I'm glad.
I don't love the guy who had his sack hanging out and his yucky feet on the table desperately.
I wasn't looking at his crotch, but apparently my husband was.
Well, I wasn't either, but he was looking at me real strange. Like I was looking at him strange.
He was looking at us like, you got a problem?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
He gave us that like.
Yeah, he gave us that like, what? What? You gonna tell me to get my nappy feet off the table or what? I was thinking about saying, yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah, I am about to ask you to get off the table there, guy. I should have called him Chief. Think that'd have got something started?
Probably. I don't know.
Or Pal. Hey, Pal. Should I give him a pal?
Maybe next time.
Okay. Next time. We'll podcast again next time real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.
Bye.
Pal.
That you're going to end.
End. A sandwich and too much man spread. That's Kara's submission. A sandwich and
man no nose. What was it?
A sandwich and dude.
What is it called?
A sandwich and dude no nose.
And dude no nose.
Yeah, it's a good one. A sandwich and dude no nose.
You're calling it dude no nose or guy no nose?
Dude no nose. I don't know about the genderless perfume. That's wheels
but
off.
It's like some of it.
I don't want to smell like you. I don't want you to smell like me.
But it's not like a feminine smell.
It doesn't matter.
Like
That's not the point. That's not the point.
Or earthy.
I'm sure it smells very nice. I just don't want to smell like you.
Or if you got to have a strong opinion on something, it might as well be that.
And I don't want you to smell like me. How wheels off is that? Let's both smell the same. Why would we do that? Let's both use the same hair color then. Let's do that. Let's wear the same clothes. Hell, you wear Ed Hardy t-shirts and smell like me.
Just talk to yourself.
Yeah, Kara, it's like sharing deodorant. Why don't you just use my Menon Originals?
Maybe I will.
Stick. You don't want to use mine. Be all armpit hair in mine. You would want to use that. A sandwich and put that away. Like it's balls? What are you talking about? All right, guys. I'm going to upload this to Stop Talking, and then we'll podcast again real soon, like in 2 days. Kara said a sandwich and some meatballs.
Yeah.
Oh. Avery said a sandwich and some scrotum. Oof. It's a word you should never print. Scrotum. It's a word you should never really say either. Bachelorette tomorrow? How are they going to do the Bachelorette?
What do you mean?
How are they going to do it with social distancing?
They rented a resort and they had the quarantine. They're in a bubble.
know. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to do this upload and do some other stuff, and we will talk to you real soon. Hey, Justin. Oh, gosh, that's not good. Talk to y'all soon.